Just last week, a governmental agency issued an official warning about using AI for overseas international travel planning. Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade took the extraordinary step of warning the public about common AI-generated errors for travel. These include things like outdated travel schedules, inaccurate pricing, recommending permanently closed hotels and restaurants, and incorrect or invalid visa information. The potential consequences for travelers include lost money, disrupted plans, and in some cases, safety risks. Sure, AI is a useful tool, but when you use it to plan an international trip, it can result in expensive mistakes. So in this video, I'm going to show you the known weaknesses of AI, how to properly use it for travel planning, and the necessary fact-checking that you need to do for all AI outputs. Hi, I'm Angela, and 7 years ago, I moved from the US to Europe. Ever since, I've been traveling all across this great continent and writing about it on my blog, Notes from Europe. If this is your first time joining me, be sure to subscribe for more Europe travel videos every week. So you're thinking about using AI to plan your next international trip. Why not? It's growing in popularity, and we keep hearing about these instant itineraries that it can generate with seemingly personalized recommendations that save you from hours of research. But as more travelers come to rely on AI, its common errors are becoming more public. Things like incorrect travel routes, poorly paced itineraries, recommending permanently closed hotels or shops, and in some cases, generating entirely made-up destinations or attractions. And that last one is kind of crazy. There was this case down in Tasmania where an AI-generated tourism article referred to an attraction that just didn't exist. It was the fictional Wellborough Hot Springs in a remote part of Australia. So tourists went there, again, to a very remote part of the country, only to find that there were no hot springs. It caused a ton of confusion for the travelers and the local businesses who had no idea what they were talking about. And AI image and video generation are causing confusion to spread on social media to people who don't even use AI themselves. Users are trusting their eyes and looking for travel advice to places that may not even exist. Despite these pitfalls though, AI can be a valuable tool, especially when you're faced with too many destinations, complex logistics, and an endless list of decisions to be made. So let's get into it and talk about these common errors, the right way to use AI, and how to verify whatever you're getting from an AI recommendation. The problem with AI travel planning isn't exactly what you think. It's not that you want a computer to decide what you're going to do on vacation. It's not that you need anyone else to tell you what to do on vacation. It's not even the FOMO or fear of missing out on something really cool in a destination that might lead you to ask AI for recommendations. The real reason that people are using AI for travel planning is because the trip planning process is actually quite overwhelming. Planning a trip starts out fun. You get to choose a destination, you get to kind of dream about what you'll do once you get there, but then you have to handle all of the logistics, right? You have to book your airfare, find a great hotel to stay at, you have to figure out how you're gonna get around, whether that's by train or rental car. And even when all that is done, you still have to decide what restaurants you're going to go to, tours and experiences that you'll do, and local shops and attractions that you'll try to seek out. The issue for many travelers is that once all of those major booking decisions are done, you have kind of depleted your energy to plan this trip, but you still have a ton of meaningful details that need to be decided. With AI's faster brainstorming, organization, and research, you can cut down on the process time of planning your trip and really focus on the aspects of your itinerary that are going to make it the most memorable. But you have to be aware of the places where AI is known to fall short. The first one is incorrect prices and rates. This is things like outdated hotel pricing, incorrect ticket costs, missing reservation fees, or outdated fare information. This happens because AI is trained on old data and they may not be up to date when things get updated. A second known issue for AI is it has real challenges in delivering good kind of last mile details. So a lot of logistics, transport stuff, it's just not very good at it. It will offer you outdated train routes or transit times. It's also very bad at calculating transit times between multiple places. And this makes sense, right? AI has never experienced anything, and it's not very good with numbers and calculations. It doesn't get the concept of traffic. So if you were visiting a place like Los Angeles, it would tell you that it's easy to get from one part of town to the other when everyone knows that traffic is a daily reality. AI also won't blink twice at giving you like a hotel recommendation that is not very convenient to the types of attractions that you want to do. A third known issue is that AI is known to hallucinate information. And when you're planning a trip, sometimes that can look like an entirely made up restaurant, attraction, or tour. In addition, it might be presenting seasonal only experiences as something that you can do year round. And if you don't have at least a baseline understanding of that destination, it might be really difficult for you to spot what is real and what is not real. The fourth issue with AI is that it is known to give very generic recommendations. And this is kind of by design. AI is a pattern recognition machine. That means that the more common a thing is, the more average it is, the more likely that AI is going to recommend it. That means that an over-reliance on AI outputs could leave you chasing the most basic, most average, most touristy kind of thing in a destination rather than unique or interesting experiences. And the last known issue with AI for travel planning is it's not very good at helping you to pace out itineraries day by day, or even with mixed groups of younger and older travelers. You have to remember that AI has never experienced a day on this earth. It's just pulling a bunch of information from a huge amount of training data. That means that it won't think twice about recommending to you too many attractions, too many transfers, or too many hotel breaks. It's not going to account for things like waiting in line or recovering from jet lag on the first day in your destination. It's not really built for the flexibility or spontaneity that a human really desires. So if those are all the issues with AI, how can we actually use it to plan our trips more easily? AI is great for early stage brainstorming when you are deciding between multiple destinations or trying to figure out what you're going to do in a particular place. It's really great for neighborhood comparisons if you're trying to ascertain, should I stay on this part of Paris or that part of Paris? It can also adjust its output to your inputs. One of the coolest things about AI is you can evaluate an output and say, this itinerary is too overloaded. Give me a relaxed version of this itinerary. So it does have the ability to kind of adjust itself, but it's always going to be reliant on your inputs. And that's probably my biggest tip for working with AI. You'll get better responses with richer context as AI inputs. Things like your exact travel dates, your realistic budget numbers, your personal interests, and your preferences. You should also include really, really important details if you have any accessibility issues or accommodations needs, or even existing reservations that you're trying to build a trip around. And don't be afraid to tell AI what you don't like. You can ask it to exclude certain things that are maybe not up your alley while focusing more on those that are. And this is what the industry calls like AI prompting. It's developing what you say to the AI so that you're getting the best results based on what you're looking for. Now, AI prompting is more of an art than a science. So if you're curious about some of the AI prompts that I use to plan my own trips, then comment travel prompts down below, and I will be sure to make a video sharing some of my favorite AI travel prompts. Now, the final thing to keep in mind is whenever you are working with AI, you need to verify its outputs, especially in the travel place when a lot is on the line. You're going to be traveling to a place you perhaps have never been before. That puts you in a vulnerable position if you are simply trusting AI. Verify, verify, verify. Remember, AI is for suggestions, not the final word. Always consult official sources for confirmations. That means governmental websites for visas, entry requirements, safety notices, local laws. You'll want to confirm with transportation operators for things like transit schedules, fare prices, reservations, and any construction or delay notices. You'll want to check with official attraction websites for things like hours of operation, ticket prices, seasonal availability, and any important entry requirements. Remember, you're not using AI because you want a computer to plan your trip. You're using it because planning a trip can be overwhelming. You're juggling things like constant decision-making, budgets, flights, hotels, trains, experiences, restaurants, shops. And one of the ways to get clarity throughout the trip planning process is to have someone there helping you each step of the way. That's exactly why I built my email course, How to Plan a Trip to Europe. Over 8 easy to digest emails, I will walk you step by step through the planning process to make it a lot less stressful. You can sign up for my free email course using the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more Europe travel videos each week. And if you'd like to hang out for a little bit longer, then I would recommend watching this video next.